if you want to be a chef before you go to culinary school, is go work at a bakery or a restaurant.
Buddy Valastro built an empire out of sugar, flour, and imagination, turning cake into spectacle and family into a global brand. But the greatest challenges of his life had nothing to do with bulking. At the height of his fame, Buddy seemed unstoppable. A beloved TV star, a master of his craft, and a devoted family man whose name became synonymous with celebration. Yet behind the success was a series of deeply personal battles that tested his identity, his resilience, and his future. From sudden loss and public scrutiny to a devastating accident that nearly ended his career, Buddy's journey is far more complex than what audiences saw on television. When the cameras stopped rolling, the real story began. One of survival, growth, and reinvention. Roots in family, tradition, and hard work. Born on March 3, 1977, Bartolo Buddy Valastro Jr. was raised in a close-knit Italian-American family where tradition, food, and faith shaped daily life. He was the youngest of 5 children, growing up alongside 4 older sisters in a household that valued togetherness and hard work above all else. His parents, Bartolo Sr. and Mary Valastro, were hard-working immigrants who instilled pride in craft and responsibility in their children. At the heart of their family life was Carlos Bakery in Hoboken, New Jersey, a modest neighborhood shop that served as both a livelihood and a gathering place where recipes and values were passed down hand to hand. A childhood spent behind the counter. For Buddy, Carlos Bakery was never just a business. It was his classroom and playground. By the age of 11, he was already working after school, learning the basics of baking and absorbing lessons about discipline, precision, and pride in one's work. While other kids spent afternoons playing outside, Buddy watched his father shape dough, decorate cakes, and manage customers with care. Those early experiences taught him that baking was more than flavor. It was storytelling, craftsmanship, and responsibility. Long before fame entered the picture, Buddy had already fallen in love with the process and the purpose behind it. Losing a father and gaining a mission. In 1994, Buddy's life changed forever when his father was diagnosed with lung cancer and passed away shortly after. Buddy was just 17 years old, still a teenager, when he suddenly found himself without his mentor and with the weight of the family bakery on his shoulders. The loss was devastating on a personal level, but it also forced Buddy into adulthood overnight. Before his father's passing, Buddy made a promise to protect Carlos Bakery and one day make it something bigger. What began as words of comfort soon became the driving force behind every decision he would make. Growing up overnight at Carlos Bakery, taking over a business at such a young age was overwhelming, and the early years were anything but glamorous. Buddy worked exhausting hours, learning through trial and error how to manage employees, finances, and demanding customers. Without formal culinary training or business education, he relied on instinct, persistence, and the lessons his father had taught him. Slowly, his dedication paid off as his cakes began to stand out, particularly in the wedding world, where his bold designs and attention to detail started attracting attention beyond Hoboken. The spark that changed everything. Buddy's growing reputation led to a pivotal opportunity in 2007 when he appeared on Food Network Challenge. For the first time, a national audience saw not only his skill, but also his intensity and charisma. Producers recognized something special, not just a talented baker, but a compelling family story rooted in tradition and teamwork. That single appearance opened the door to something much bigger, and soon conversations began that would change Buddy's life and Carlos Bakery forever. The birth of Cake Boss. In 2009, Cake Boss premiered on TLC, and almost instantly, it became a cultural phenomenon. The show offered viewers an inside look at Carlos Bakery, blending high-pressure cake deadlines with the real dynamics of a working family. Buddy stood at the center, surrounded by siblings and in-laws whose personalities, conflicts, and loyalty made the show feel authentic. Audiences didn't just tune in to see cakes. They came for the relationships, the humor, and the shared pursuit of excellence that felt genuine and relatable. From local bakery to global brand, the success of Cake Boss transformed Carlos Bakery into a global destination. Fans traveled from around the world to visit the original Hoboken location, lining up for hours just to experience what they had seen on screen. Buddy seized the momentum, expanding the bakery into multiple locations across the United States and beyond. His brand grew into restaurants, retail products, cookbooks, and spin-off television shows, turning a small family bakery into a multimedia empire while keeping its roots firmly planted in tradition. Fame, pressure, and the weight of expectation. With global recognition came immense pressure, and Buddy has been open about the toll it took on his mental health. Long before his accident, he experienced anxiety and panic attacks as he tried to balance business growth, television commitments, and family life. For someone known publicly as confident and in control, admitting vulnerability was difficult, but it became an important part of his growth. By speaking openly about mental health, Buddy helped normalize conversations many people struggle to have, reminding fans that success does not make anyone immune to stress. Learning from public mistakes. Like many public figures, Buddy also faced moments where his actions were widely scrutinized, forcing him to reflect and grow. When mistakes became headlines, he took responsibility, apologized publicly, and made changes privately. Rather than defining him, these moments became turning points that encouraged him to reassess his priorities and the example he wanted to set for his children. Over time, Buddy's willingness to acknowledge missteps and learn from them reshaped how many fans viewed him, not as perfect, but as human. Loss that changed everything again. In 2017, Buddy faced another heartbreaking loss with the passing of his mother, Mary Valastro. After a long battle with aisi, known lovingly as Mama Mary, she was the emotional anchor of the family and a quiet presence on Cake Boss. Her death left a profound void, both personally and professionally, and it marked a noticeable shift in Buddy's outlook. Having lost both parents who shaped his life and career, Buddy became more reflective, more intentional, and more focused on honoring their legacy through the way he lived and worked. A different kind of comeback. Rather than rushing back to the chaos of his earlier career, Buddy returned with intention. He shifted focus toward mentoring, leadership, and long-term vision, spending less time chasing constant expansion and more time shaping the future of the business. His work became less about proving himself and more about sustaining something meaningful. The accident didn't end his career, it redefined it, passing the torch to the next generation. This evolution became visible with the launch of Cake Dynasty, a series centered on legacy rather than spectacle. Buddy's children began stepping into larger roles, learning the business from the ground up, just as he once had. The show highlights teaching moments, family conversations, and the delicate balance between guidance and letting go. For Buddy, the greatest success now lies in preparing the next generation to carry the family name forward with integrity and pride. Reinventing Carlos Bakery for a new era. As the industry changed, so did Carlos Bakery. Buddy made strategic decisions to streamline physical locations while expanding nationwide shipping and digital offerings. This shift allowed the brand to reach more people while adapting to modern consumer habits. In 2024, the opening of a flagship location in New York City's Times Square symbolized renewal, a bold statement that the brand was not retreating, but evolving. The man behind the title. Today, Buddy Valastro is no longer just the cake boss. He is a mentor, a father, and the steward of a legacy shaped by resilience. While his hand may never feel exactly the same, his purpose is clearer than ever. He leads with humility earned through hardship, valuing family over fame and sustainability over speed. His story is no longer just about cakes. It's about endurance, growth, and the courage to begin again. A legacy built to last. Buddy's journey proves that success is not measured only by applause or expansion, but by the ability to adapt, to learn, and to keep moving forward when everything seems uncertain. From a small bakery in Hoboken to a global brand and back to family roots, his life has come full circle. The empire he built may be made of sugar and flour, but the legacy he's leaving behind is built on grit, love, and generations yet to come.